I'm Miss Harris and I teach math.
Why is it important to perform to the best of your ability on the ACT?
I believe it's important to perform to the best of your ability because the ACT will help determine what college you go to and classes and all that in the future.
And then do you have any tips or helpful hints that you could give students?
My tips would be take it as many times as you can and make sure to try your best and pace yourself and do as many practice tests as you can.
Hi, my name is Claire Baldwin. I'm a senior and I got a 32 on the ACT.
To you, what are the benefits of doing well?
For me, I would say doing well can get you more scholarships. The higher a score you get, each school has a certain dollar amount that they equivalent that to, and scoring higher gets you into the higher scores. Also, individual scholarships outside of schools require a certain ACT score to be considered.
Do you have any tips or strategies that you think students should employ when taking the ACT?
I would say to study a little bit. It's easier to think you know what you're doing, but practicing a few math problems, a few science problems, and then becoming prepared. And if you show up that morning really tired, I think that's going to put you in a really bad mindset. And I would also say on the actual test to try hard and not get lazy and slack off during some of the sections, because your overall test score will be based on all the sections. If you do want to get a higher score in some sections, that's good too. But to get your high overall score, you have to try on all of them.
What are some tips that you would employ or recommend students employ on the ACT?
I would say to come prepared. It's easy to slack off before the test and not prepare because you might not care about it, but coming prepared really puts you in a good mindset to try hard. And on each section, you want to make sure that you try on all the questions. If you don't know one, skip it and move on, because you can get a higher score based on all the questions that you do know. If you don't try on some of the later sections, that can affect your overall score. So trying hard throughout the test can give you a really good overall score.
Hi, I'm Marcy Graham. I teach English 102 and English 4 and creative writing.
Why is it important to perform to the best of your ability on the ACT?
It's important to perform to the best of your ability for that keys money, but also just to open up opportunities that you might not even know are out there at this point.
And then I'll just ask you, do you have any tips or strategies as an English teacher that you think students should employ on that section?
I think as an English teacher, you need to know where you're scoring and what your goal is, because strategies shift if you're just trying to reach benchmark versus if you're trying to get a perfect score.
Hi, I'm Brandy Sharp, science teacher at Mill.
Why is it important to perform to the best of your ability on the ACT?
I think the ACT gives you lots of opportunities for your future, especially if you're pursuing the college track, because a lot of colleges have a minimum ACT that you have to get into before you have to take remedial classes, which you pay for but don't get any college credit, which that's expensive. And then I also think scholarships, lots of scholarships involved. So,
are there any other benefits of doing well besides scholarship?
yeah, I think it's one of those tests where you learn a lot about test taking skills and strategies. So it prepares you for college when you have an hour to take a big test and under pressure. So I think that benefits you.
Do you have any tips or strategies that you think students should employ?
I think practice. The more you practice, the better you get. It's not necessarily a test about subjects. It's really a test about test taking strategies and stuff. So I think practice.